Well, that sucks. I was planning on winning race one, taking off, and going to Ohio with my wife, and instead I'm going to have to just go to Ohio with my wife. Frustrating race. Not really frustrating. Listen, it snowed like, I don't know, I'm going to guess 3 inches, 4 inches of snow last night. Geez, I think it was. And throughout the day today. So they would have just peeled all that back around 3:30, 4 o'clock. And what they left with was well over an inch of snow on the track. That's why that first quarter was so slow, because nobody can get out of the gate really that much, right? I suspect you're going to see that trend throughout the night unless they get on there with the tractor and chew it up a little bit, which they may do. But for our race one, I was a little cautious with her at the gate. She felt like she wanted to go out of there. I knew that Mike's horse wasn't tight. Neither was ours, but I knew ours was tight enough to beat that bunch. So I was a little surprised. She did corner well. They said she ran in bad. She didn't run in a step. She was well behaved. Just really looks to me, I just caught the replay as I was heading into the track, and it looks to me like she just caught herself, just touched herself somewhere. I asked him to see if there was a mark down low. We didn't wear scalpers on her. We don't generally do that for the aged horses unless they need them. But this filly, again, do we now put scalpers on her because of her hitting herself? Was it because of the snow, the track, her? I guess we can just add the scalpers. I don't. To me, it was pretty clear watching the replay that she hit herself and made a break, and she tried not to. You could see her shudder, and then roll off, and then I chased her through all 3 turns after that, and she never put a step in. So, a little surprised that the break was made, but nevertheless, it was made, and we'll push forward. Now, I guess the takeaway for me was for a filly for mare that hadn't raced in 5 weeks. 1, she definitely can beat that class. I'm certain of that. 2, she may be able to sneak in somewhere at Mohawk. This filly is still a little bit underweight for whatever reason. I'm certainly not blaming anybody, but if they can put maybe 50, 60 pounds on her, I think she'd be a much more effective horse for us. So Swans, honey, yes, she made a break. Yes, it sucks. Takeaway being that I'm certain she'll win that class probably next week if she's in it. And secondly, more importantly, I think she may be able to make the transition to Mohawk. I don't really have any complaints about her. I don't want to blame. In fact, I'm not going to blame the break on her. I would call it track conditions. I wasn't pushing her. I wasn't backing her up, but I did have plans on making front. As you can see, the quarter was up in 31 seconds. So I think we spoiled the win. But at the same time, that win will be there next week for us. So we'll either take her there, go to Mohawk. But either way, I think she's going to be a pretty decent mare for us. I like her. I like what I saw tonight. Obviously, I really wouldn't blame that break on her. Go back. You'll see what I'm talking about midway around the first turn before she makes that break. And a good 3 strides before she makes that break. You can see her just shudder step like she hit herself. And then it took her a good 3 strides before she actually rolled off. And, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt and say that was her trying not to. Nevertheless, it was a break, but we'll recover, and she'll come back stronger next week. So that is it for Flamborough, Ontario, Canada. Amy and I are heading over to Ohio right now. We got some racing to do tomorrow. We got our man Yes in tomorrow, and Tour de Lindy in tomorrow. So keeping an eye on the 4th at Northfield Park. Good luck to Jason and Lauren and Daryl. I guess there can only be one winner. Hopefully one of the 3 of them win. And I will talk to all of you very, very soon. Take care.